and welcome to Highlands Golden Rams Stadium. Tonight, Northwest 9 action is the Highlands Golden Rams back to home sweet home against the Mars Planets. Along with the Dean, Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik, Boom Boom Mancini upstairs, Ken Wood in the booth. We've got a beautiful night for football. If it was July.
A little warm side.
Just a little bit, but we're going to deal with it, and it's a beautiful night. Just a small little breeze, not a whole lot of wind going on. It's going to cool off after tonight. This will be the last hot one that we'll have to deal with. Well, Dean, these two teams come in, go in separate directions. The Rams 1-2. They've lost 2 in a row. Mars is 3-1 of won 2 in a row, and they had a very impressive win last week against Montour.
Yeah, my first time since 2013 that we've actually lost 2 games in a row, and Mars comes tonight. They have a dual threat offense, Mike. They're led by Isaiah Johnson. He ran for 141 yards and 4 touchdowns. The key word is run. They love to run the ball. His teammate Garrett Rinke, he went for 145 yards. And again, the bad thing is they're a ball control team. We gave up 338 yards last week on the ground and knock. And you know, one thing I think is the key tonight, Mike, to beat a ball control team, you have to control the ball yourself.
And in the last game and a half, we haven't done that. Last week, Knock had the ball for 30 minutes to Highlands 18. And in the second half of the Newcastle game, Newcastle had the ball for 18 minutes to Highlands 6. Rams got to figure out a way to turn that around. I don't know how they're going to do that, but we'll see how they do. The captains are coming out for the toss, and the one guy you see out there is number 44, Max Chismar, and he is a guy you're really going to want to watch tonight.
He's the real deal, Mike. Usually during the week when we do things on the board, we'll put circles down for defenders. Sam wrote 44 down every time to mark Max Chismar. His dad was an outstanding player at Penn State, and he is one guy we got to stop, Mike. He's running back. He leads the plays on offense, but at the linebacker spot tonight, we've got to count for him on every play.
Now, let's talk about last week's game against Knock. Probably the less said the better, 21-14. But after a real spirited effort at Newcastle, you didn't see the same last week.
Mike, it was a matter of, coming out flat against your only team that basically is your rival in this new Northwest 9 section. Can't explain it, Mike. Sam did everything during the week that he normally does to get the kids up for the game. Usually walk in the locker room, Mike, I can tell you, I've been there. You feel a little electricity in the air. Just came out flat as a pancake, and, I told the kids this week, motivation comes from within. The coaching staff, we light the fire. They got to bring the ember to us. So, it's a two-way street, and hopefully this week, Mike, we're going to see a little different team. It's homecoming. You're playing Mars in a conference game. Doesn't get any better than this. We got to prove ourselves tonight, Mike. We're going to find ourselves in real trouble.
And if you win, you get yourselves right back in it, too, and that's a big thing. So if you've been thinking of updating your roof, maybe building that dream addition to your home, let the professionals at Beanie Home Renovations help get you there. With over 100 years of combined experience, owner Brian E. and his crews guarantee that your job will be completed on time, exactly the way you want it. Customer service is their top priority. Visit their website today, beaniehomerenovations.com, or find them on Facebook for money-saving offers on additions, game rooms, and roofing. Additions, $950 off. You want to get in on this by the end of October. You get an 192 square foot minimum. You have to have the coupon, so you go to Facebook, get the coupon, and get $950 off your home additions. Give Brian a call today at 724-351-3172 for a free estimate. Beanie Home Renovations, where the bee is always busy.
I just want to toss Mike. They elected to defer. They're going to kick off here to start the game. And again, Barr is in the kick, and Ryan's been putting him back in the end zone lately, Mike. Let's see what they're going to come out with here tonight. Usually when you see Sam Peck, it's an onside kick. But,
right.
Looks like we're trying to get deep here.
Yep, opening kickoff brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Give John a call, 724-980-2100. So we are set, and Isaiah Johnson, one of the men back there. Max Chismar is in the middle. You're going to want to follow him around tonight. And it comes to the near side of the field, and this is 36 Davis Bain up across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And down there for the Rams, we see Cameron Clark, the senior, and also freshman Luke Cochran.
Luke Cochran has been doing a great job, Mike, on the special teams this year. Only a freshman. He goes down there and makes contact, and again, Clark is doing a great job at nose guard for us.
Before you get the starters, Dean, I want to tip the folks off to something. Watch Max Chismar, 44. He's going to tell you where the ball's going on just about every play.
He's the lead guy, and you follow him, the ball's going to go with him. He doesn't carry it much, Mike, but he always tells you where the ball's going to go.
And now we have a whistle and an issue. Our referee tonight is Bill Brown. And we'll see what the marker's about early. We might have had a substitution foul. It's on the Mars side of the field. No, offsides against Highlands, really.
Boy, yikes. Not a good start, Mike. Running backs, we told you about in the pregame. 20 is Isaiah Johnson. 34 is Garrett Renicky. Quarterback's an interesting situation, right? Number 12, Noah Wright, first-year starter. Really known as a hockey player.
He was a wrestler last year, too.
His wide receiver, then they have one is number 7, Ben Bazulia, and the tight end is 48, Kevin Wiegand. Will get to the lineman after this first play.
First down for the Planets, and the give is to Garrett Rinke off the right side. Rinke follows a block, turns the corner, up over the 40, gets a first down to the 43-yard line, and he's brought down by Braden Timmons. But Rinke 34, Johnson 20. They're going to carry it, and they're, for the most part, going to follow Chismar. But there's a marker down shy of the sticks at the 38-yard line, so a lot of flags so far in the early going.
Combined between Rinke and Johnson, Mike, 900 yards, 11 touchdowns.
And the Planets are marching backwards. That's a block in the back against the Planets.
Their offensive lineman, Mike, number 72 is Zach Cram, 57, Anthony Greco, center is 62, Max Albrecht, guard is 65, Brennan Moyer, right tackle 50, Hunter Cooper. And again, for the Golden Rams on defense, they're going to be led by that linebacking crew, Braden Timmons, Mitch DeZort, Tyler Sportelli, and number 22, Jermaine Jett.
First and 13 for Mars. Chismar's in the slot to the left this time. And the turn, and the give is to Garrett Rinke, hitting the backfield, and down he goes as he's brought down by Ryan Barr for a big loss on the play.
Ryan Barr starting tonight at defensive end. Did a great job that time. The other defensive end is 21, Seth Anuzik. Tyler Crowley will also get some time there. Mentioned nose tackle, 41 is Cameron Clark. Defensive backs, Logan Price, 11. 8 is Lonnie Long. And your safety, 32, Don Martinka. And 82, Jordan McIntyre.
Second down and 14 now for Mars. Right to quarterback. Play action fake. He's back. Looking. Being hit. He throws a duck up there. It's hit and it's incomplete. Boy, good defensive play by Christ to put the stick on Paul King, number 42. And the ball, as Wright was hit as he threw it, it came out a wounded duck. And that ball was definitely up for grabs. And last week in the game, Dean, it was tied 14-14 against Montour. They scored 3 touchdowns on their first 3 possessions in the second half and threw a grand total of 1 pass doing it.
Well, Mike, again, a team likes to run the ball. You get them in these third and long situations. That's what you want. That's what they do here.
Third and 14 for Mars.
Carmelo Freeman, Mike, is in the corner, number 4.
And Ben Pergiola down to the bottom of the screen, being manned up by Martinka. He's the man that caught that pass last week for a big first down. Chismar, the motion man. And Wright is back. Wright is going to be hit. Sneaks out of there. Now Wright's going to be hit. He's going to be sacked at the 22-yard line as he's brought down by Romello Freeman. And the Rams, with good pressure there, forced him into passing situations, and a Ram comes limping off the field.
It's number 41, Cameron Clark, the nose guard, Mike.
But a great defensive start for Highlands.
Seth Anuzik also in there.
4th and 19. And we'll see what the story with Cameron Clark is as Mike Rizzo quickly over to meet him at the sidelines. The left-footed punter is Caleb Brake. And it takes a Mars bounce. And Christ
he's debating now.
Thought about picking it up. Boy, if I'm Highlands, I'd get this. And that's the Tom Stabile is saying that the minute a Mars player touches it, you get a free pickup if you're Highlands.
Yeah.
And even if you fumble it and give it up, you still get to keep it. Something I was thinking about. In high school, you don't see a lot of left-footed punters, and a ball bounces funny, it comes out of the air funny, and you saw it on the very first one there. Logan was a little unsure. Do you know Bill Belichick will only have a left-footed punter? And
he's the smartest guy in the room, Mike. Everybody got to admit it after last night. I mean,
but guess what? He's not a doctor. He's not doing any surgeries.
Yeah, I heard that too, but I tell you what, he's done a great job. I mean, smoke and mirrors, you talk about that. Let's see what the Golden Rams can do tonight, Mike.
A sugar huddle on the sidelines here.
A little birdie told me no huddle to start the game, so we'll have to get the offense in quick. Number 7, quarterback is Braden Timmons. Martinka and Jermaine Jett will split the time at halfback. Tyler Sportelli is your fullback.
They go from the gun. First down at the 29. Timmons going to keep it. Cuts it up in there, and there's big 76, who was all over the place last week. John Jackson, the senior defensive end, he lived in the Montour backfield in the second half of that game. And Chismar made the first contact.
He's the guy they have to account for, Mike. And we have new guys on the line. We got basically our left side, Nate Klingensmith is out. Marcus and Mario Cienka will start now at the tackles. Daniel Timmons and Billy Connolly are your guards. Lucas Lame is your center. Tight end is number 21, Seth Anuzik. Get the wide receivers after this. Going quick.
Second and 11 out of no huddle. Plenty of time on the play clock. And Timmons gives it to Christ this time. Christ hit by Jackson, fumbles the football. It's loose on the sidelines. Planets say they have it, but the Rams do fall on it. And Jackson again, unblocked as he was most of last week. So that's a loss of 4.
We find ourselves in 3rd and 14.
Both
Mike.
teams going backwards so far.
Wide receiver 6, Mitch Desort, Lonnie Long, number 8.
3rd and 15 for Highlands. They got to take a huddle this time. 8:35 left. First quarter. There is no score at Golden Rams Stadium. Temperature in the 80s to start off tonight.
Got up to 89 today, Mike.
This is the last time we'll see 89 till next year. That I can assure you. Timmons fires it to the far side of the field. It's caught by Long. Long up over the 35, but he's going to be short of the first down. A nice looking play there. Perdziola was down at the bottom of the pile along with Tyler Kolakowski. But the gain will be up to the 37-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup. It's 4th down.
Yeah, Mike, 4th and 2. You can't take a chance this early in the game, but it's nice to see that they can throw to that situation, too. They completed their pass, or Mars didn't get theirs.
Ryan Barrow punted, averaging 32.8 yards a kick. Isaiah Johnson standing back at his 30-yard line. There's the snap to Barr, and he boots it. It's high. It's a beauty. Good punt. Johnson comes up, calls the fair catch, and takes it at the 34-yard line.
Yep. Mike, Max Chismar's, we mentioned his dad, Brian, from Swissville. Jamison Smith, been injured all year, senior. Word is he'll be back for the Montour game. His dad, Jim, was the fullback on those Swissville teams where Brian Chismar scored all those touchdowns at Swissville. He's a great offensive player, more known as a defensive player up at Penn State.
We have a Coulter sighting.
Oh, there he goes. DJ.
Yeah, he'll be our personal DJ. Brian Chismar, 4,544 yards. When he graduated, he was the 10th all-time leading ground gainer in Pennsylvania history. Johnson off the right side, up over the 35 to the 39-yard line. Can you believe that? 10th in history.
Wow.
Of the PIAA, Brian Chismar went on to Penn State to play hero back.
Sportelli and Freeman on that tackle.
They all come back to say hi. Justin Cole, he went to the roof.
Great cameraman for us. He's a big-time DJ now.
He is.
Who's the guy suspended for the Steelers? Who's wide receiver?
Oh, Martavis Bryant.
His personal DJ, right?
How about that? The give is to Johnson. Johnson's hit. He's very close to the first down. Timmons made the stick along with Jordan McIntyre, but he's going to be about a half a yard short. And they'll just keep pounding it, Dean. They're just going to keep coming and coming.
It's God's way of saying you have too much money when you have your own DJ, Mike.
I thought he was going to be AB needs a new personal chef, by the way, in case you missed that, too.
I did.
And whoever his chef was, he fired his chef.
Why would that be?
Yeah. 3rd down and 1.
Big play early, Mike.
Noah Wright, the senior quarterback. He'll sneak these.
Everybody's on the line of scrimmage.
And there he goes. And guess what? He didn't make it.
Just that second effort.
Oh, now, yeah, but you know what? Are they going to mark him dead?
Desort had him. So where they're going to mark him.
He kept fighting.
It's going to be interesting.
They had 2 of those last week. He snuck it both times, and that's a first down.
Boy, oh boy.
First one of the game.
That looked like it could have been measured, Mike.
Well, I thought that they should have blown the whistle when I thought he was down way before that.
Right.
Is what I thought. But
more and more we've seen these long whistles, huh?
Yep. They don't want to blow them anymore. I guess they're waiting for replay to. Oh, I'm sorry. First and 10 Mars at the 44-yard line.
You know, they have replay on the sideline with Huddle now.
Yes, they do.
They have the iPads.
Yeah, but I don't think the refs would appreciate you showing them a replay. Wright is back, looking, throws it, dumps it out to Johnson, makes a nice catch, hit hit by Timmons and gets away. Johnson has a first down to the Highlands 45-yard line.
Broke the original tackle by Timmons. Brought down by Martinka, but not until it looks like another first down, Mike.
11-yard gain.
And this is not the Mars team we know. By the way, Jim Smith has a heck of a dry sense of humor. He said Chismar scored all his touchdowns, but he said, I had one touchdown. He goes, I can't remember the details. He goes, it was at Valley, 74 degrees, relative humidity about 75%. He went 2 yards, he said.
First down, Mars at the Highlands 45. No score first quarter. And they give it to Johnson, and now they whistle it dead.
Freeman made the tackle, but I think they called it pre-snap, Mike.
I think they did. The right guard, Brendan Moyer, lost his helmet. He's going to have to come off for a play. 5-yard penalty against the Planets.
Last week in conference, Mike, we had Blackhawk beat Indiana 28-7. Mars 35-14 over Montour. Newcastle 54-0. Stone scored like 4 touchdowns. Why is he in?
Can't help it.
Yeah.
They're 3-0. They're in first place. They're half a game ahead of South Fayette, who's 2-0. Mars, Blackhawk 2-1. Knock in 5th, 1-1. Highlands and Montour tied for 6th at 1-2.
South Fayette non-conference 63-7 over Uniontown.
They're pretty good.
Yep.
First and 15.
Here's the situation we
Long count. Chismar's in the backfield this time. And the turn. He's going to be the lead blocker. Give it to Isaiah Johnson across the 50 and down to the Highlands 47-yard line. And Zort came out of there with the ball, but he said he was down. Sportelli in there also. It's a 3-yard pickup. Second down, 12. They just keep coming and coming and coming. Last week against Montour, it was 14-14 at halftime, a game that was pretty even. And then Mars has dominated the second half.
If you think 63-7 was impressive, Mike, Clairton beat Greensburg Central Catholic, which used to be a pretty good football team, 84-0.
Hey, you know, there are 20 teams left that are undefeated, and there are no games where undefeated teams play each other tonight. None. That's what they've done by spreading it all out.
Play by
look
Freeman.
at that play by Romello Freeman, who's shot out of a cannon here tonight. He gets Johnson for a loss. But can you believe that? Out of 20 teams, since everything's all spread out, there are no games that match up undefeated teams tonight in week 4.
Usually by that time you do have some.
Third down and 12 now.
Okay, Mike, we have this passing situation, which we won.
Wright is 1 for 2 for 11 yards. He completed it to Isaiah Johnson. And the Rams sacked him first time he went back. It looked like Chismar left early. Wright is back. Going to fire it down the middle, and it's going to be caught on a great leaping catch at the 20-yard line. Pulled in by Garrett Rinke, and Chismar did, Dean. He left early. He was running down the field. There was no call, and Mars gets a big break.
Big break, Mike. There was no doubt about it. The guy in the upper right-hand corner left way before the snap. I thought for sure they were going to blow the play dead.
Wow, that's a bad miss.
Yeah. We got to get a break, Mike. We just haven't had a break. There we had him third and deep again. Doggone it.
That was a great catch by Rinke. On a well-thrown ball by Wright. Rinke's going to get it again. Sprints to the right, going to cut it back. Rams have him hemmed in over there, and now Timmons rides him down, but it's still a 5-yard gain.
Rinke's not a big kid, Mike.
No, he's not, but he can go. He's a sophomore, and he can fly. He scored on a long touchdown last week.
5'8", 160. Doesn't look it.
Hey, you can't teach 5'8", 160.
Those are program weights. But I tell you what, I stood up next to Chismar when I was on the field earlier. He does field the part, Mike. He's a big kid. Being recruited by smaller Division I.
And some Ivies, too.
Yes.
Less than 3 to go first quarter. Mars on the move in a scoreless game. Garrett Rinke again. Off the right side. Gets a big hole and a crack. And with a marker down, Rinke gets an apparent first down, but they throw the flag in the direction of big 50 Hunter Cooper, the senior right tackle.
We needed that one 2 plays ago, Mike.
By the way, Ken, they have 4 different kids on their team named Hunter. Just throwing that in there for you. The dad of Hunter Wood.
There you go.
Would know these things.
But he had a reason for calling his kid Hunter. How about these other people?
That's the Fred Dreyer question. We used that as a trivia. There's a block in the back against Mars.
Fred Dreyer still with us, Mike?
He is.
He's on the right side of the
I don't know. I haven't seen him lately, but I assume he's around. So the ball will be spotted at the 17-yard line.
Sonny Kornheiser had somebody dead the other day. Did you hear that on the radio? It was to an embarrassing point. I think he was talking to the guy.
2nd and 7. 2:29 left of the first quarter. Garrett Rinke again off the right side. They got something over there.
Yep,
Rinke at the 10, the 5. He's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. They're just collapsing that right side, and Mars has scored, and they take the lead. They get a break on the 3rd down completion. It could have been called back for a penalty, but the Planets march at 66 yards.
Just not getting any breaks, Mike. I mean, give Rinke credit on that run, but it should never have been.
10-play drive, 66 yards. Caleb Brake, the left footer, on for the extra point.
It's weird seeing the snapper down there, huh?
Ball is down as Perziola puts it down, and Brake's kick is on the way, and the kick is good, and the Planets lead it. 2:19 to go first quarter. Mars 7, Highlands nothing.
There's a chance to talk about the Boucher Agency. The nation is dedicated to licensed professionals protecting your family. At Nationwide Insurance, we just call them agents. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Mel and John at the Boucher Agency want to help relieve some of the stress involved with insuring that new teen driver. That's about Nationwide Insurance Young Driver Discount. When you compare, no one beats Nationwide's rates for young drivers or old drivers, Mike. My wife got a new car, and she put this thing into her car, and she drove around with it for like 3 months.
See you, Dustin. Take care, brother.
She's saving 25% on her car insurance. So thank you, John, for setting us up with that. Join the nation that cares. Call your hometown Nationwide agents, John and Mel, at 724-224-4300. They have evening and Saturday hours for your convenience. Remember, the AK Valley Bouchers and Nationwide are on your side. My wife drives like 12 miles an hour. That helps, too.
10 plays, 66 yards, 5 minutes and 14 seconds.
Then there's me.
And the Planets, what do you say?
Roads are very dangerous. I try to go off as quickly as possible.
All right, so Brake will kick it off, and now the Rams need to answer. They trail at 7-0 here early going. And they're going to run, and they've had a couple of nice passes. Wright's 2 for 3 for 38 yards. That was a heck of a play they made on that 3rd down conversion, but they had a man leave early.
That was the part we didn't expect, Mike, the passing. We knew they could run it.
Brake, the left footer. On the far side of the field is Dom Martinka, and Logan Christ to the near side. And the kick by Brake is a beauty. It's going to pin Christ to the corner. He takes it at the 6-yard line. Christ with some open field 10. 15-20. Here he comes through the middle, up over the 25 to the 26-yard line. He's a nifty return man.
Yep. Try to wait for that seam. Mike was there for a second when he saw it. He took advantage of it. Gets 20. Sets it up in decent field position. Did get a chance to introduce the Mars defense. You mentioned it quite a few times in that first series. Number 76, John Jackson is the defensive end. 72, defensive tackle, Zach Cram. Number 5, Hunter Leslie is your nose tackle. Defensive end is number 50, Hunter Cooper. Linebacker is Chismar, 44. 42 is Paul King. 57 is Anthony Greco.
Lucas Lamer out over the football. First down, Highlands. Timmons under center this time. They go I formation. Sportelli, the fullback, and Jet, the tailback. And the give is to Jet. Tries to find some room, and there isn't any. And he's brought down at the 26-yard line as, again, the Planets collapsing things as Chismar was in there, along with 72, Zachary Cram. No gain.
Man you have to account for in every play. Their defensive backs, Mike, at 34, Garrett Rinke. 20, Isaiah Johnson. Safeties number 7 is Ben Pizzoli, and 36 is Davis Bain. Sounds like a golfer, Davis Bain.
Davis Bain, the 3rd.
That's right.
Timmons is back, looking. Dumps it over the middle, caught by Christ, but they're waiting for him as Chismar had tight coverage on Christ, and they tackle him. They're going to give him the 28-yard line. Gain of 2.
And Mike, we got to get this first down. And again, keep Mars playing offense off the field. That's the key when you have a ball control offense. You got to control it yourself.
And the Rams' offense has not done the defense any favors here the last couple of games. They have not been able to sustain any drives, and the defense is just left on the field for a very long time.
Time possession definitely in our opponent's favor.
3rd and 8. Timmons sprints left. Going to throw it back to the right if he can, but Jackson got a piece of him. Now he's in trouble. He's going to throw it to Anuzik, and it's incomplete. Coverage by Paul, Paul King had the coverage, the senior, and it's 4th down.
Got through 3 tacklers, Mike.
And now Mars is going to get great field position again.
Speaking of 3, Mike, we have 3 football players in the homecoming court.
How about that?
Jamison Smith, Dawn Martinka. You know who number 3 is?
I don't know.
She's our kicker.
Taylor Gunn.
She does not have to worry about putting a dress on. She was happy about that.
Nice kicks a beauty. This is Davis Bain reaching up for the fair catch and takes it at the 38-yard line.
He didn't look up to the last second, Mike. He was checking where his feet were. I have no idea why. If you're at the 40, if you're at the 10, I can see that.
40-yard punt, no return. 40-yard net. 30 seconds left first quarter. It's 7-0 Mars.
This week in conference, Mike, we have Ambridge at Montour, Knock at South Fayette, Newcastle at Indiana. Non-conference, Blackhawk gets to go to Trinity. Nobody gets a close crossover game. Speaking of which, next week we'll be going to Albert Gallatin.
I believe we're leaving Wednesday.
Game time is 7:30. We got a break there, Mike.
Garrett Rinke.
Same play.
Off the right side, spins through there, keeps going. Freeman holds on for dear life, and it's a 6-yard pickup.
Mello now 4 tackles, 1 sack. But again, 2nd and short. That's what they're looking for.
They do not have to run another play here if they choose not to. Scott Heinauer, his 26th season at the helm of the Mars Planets.
Berge predicted Highlands 20-17. Post-Gazette says no, we're going to pick Mars. So far, Post-Gazette is winning. And Mars is 7-0.
That is the end of the first quarter here at Golden Rams Stadium with a score of the Mars Planets 7 and the Highlands Golden Rams 0. Attention high school seniors, you can learn the skills you need to start a career in the high-demand field of healthcare in less than a year. Serving the Alley-Kiski Valley for over 35 years, Career Training Academy provides the tools and support you need to start a professional career in medical or dental assisting, medical billing and coding, or massage therapy. Visit us on the web, careerta.edu, or stop into our beautiful new location in the Hillcrest Plaza, Lower Borough. You can give them a call at 724-337-1000, and make sure to ask about their new phlebotomy program. Your career is waiting at Career Training Academy. You know their location. Beautiful. My dad used to work in that same storefront area when it was Sherwin-Williams.
No kidding.
Back in the late 60s.
The Hillcrest Shopping Plaza there for you. And again, ask for Carrie. Judy Witucky will answer the phone, Mike. And yes, she's related to Frank, the poor thing.
Aren't they all? How about that? So we start the second quarter down 7-0. Rams defense, I think, has held up okay so far, but the offense is 2 3-and-outs.
They seem to find something on that right side with ranking, Mike. We have to close that up, and that's the adjustments you make as the game goes along. And we mentioned they can see it on the sideline on the instant replay.
Second down, 4. Now Rinke, they move into that. Now there's the wing T look that you used to see. And they give us to Johnson running out of the fullback position.
He gets hit, boy. You hear the pads click
he didn't get much. He ran right into Mitch DeZord, or Braden Timmons, I'm sorry. Ran right into Braden. You could hear the thwack all the way up here. It's a gain of 1. I believe the word thwack was invented by John Madden.
Thwack indeed. You could hear when you hear the pads up here, Mike, they're hitting.
13 yards on 5 carries for Johnson. Rinke, I have 37 on 6 carries.
When they get a single back look, Mike, nobody will stunt. Everybody's to stay home and let them come to you.
Right, that's the old wing T look, and they run a lot of different things. You see Chismar lined up to the right this time, and that's where they're going. Here's Rinke. Hitting the backfield, and down he goes. Well, the Rams hold that time beautifully. Timmons again comes up to meet him. Rinke's hit for a loss, and it's 4th down.
Braden 6 tackles already, Mike, here in the first quarter. Nice to see Cameron Clark back out in the field, too, Mike. He helped with that stop.
Oh, good. It's good to see that. That looked a little iffy when he came off. It might have been a cramp, huh? A definite cramping situation tonight with this weather.
I'm cramping.
Just sitting here. Logan Christ back to receive the punt. Again, the left-footed punt of Caleb Brake. It could be difficult to catch these. Big stop by the defense. Trying to draw the Rams offside, but they're set there like the old cowboy thing. And Brake booms it near side of the field. It's going to be taken by Christ backward at the 18-yard line. Turns it up and gets to the 21. Now catching the ball saved him yards too.
No doubt about it. Got to get this offense loose, Mike. Let's go. Let's try.
Brendan Moyer down there to make the stop for the Planets. So Highlands has it 1st and 10 at their 21, trailing 7-0.
Last week, awards Mike Ram of the week went to Chance Pittman, junior lineman, working real hard. Practice player, speaking of hard workers, Josh Martin, Mike, only a freshman. And the poster, Dick Natowski went to Blake Clark. Hey, by the way, happy birthday.
Dick Natowski, I understand.
86 years old, Mike, is still getting it done.
Tremendous.
Birthday was Tuesday.
I missed him last week, but I thanked the Natowskis for the mint.
Yes. He was out having the car inspected. I hope he wasn't doing the inspection. He should have went to Ekus. I believe he did. 1st
and 10, and here comes Timmons off the near side of the field. Up over the 20, and gets some good yardage up over the 25-yard line. Isaiah Johnson was over there, and so was Paul King, the senior linebacker. But Timmons gets a good positive play there and gets 5.
Dick Natowski, Mike, still doing the posters every week. This week, the Mars Planets, we have an exploding planet in the locker room, hoping it happens tonight.
How about Pluto? Is it back in good graces yet? Pluto like gets relegated. It's like English soccer. Sometimes it's a planet and sometimes it's not. Yeah, it's a dog at Disney. That's right, Bill. This is Jermaine Chat off the near side up over the 30. He might have a 1st down as he's thrown into the Highlands bench area. We'll see where they mark it. He might be just a little bit short.
They give him that mark, Mike. He's me close. No, maybe not.
They're going to put it
a yard.
Right nose at the 31, and it's going to be 3rd and a half a yard. Rams still looking for their first down of the game. Am I right about that?
Mike, you rarely see it anymore. Now they are going to measure it. Rarely they do, but this time they are. In fact, I don't think they're going to measure. They're just going to give a water timeout, like a hot night like tonight. I think they just want to get the kids a chance to get some water. It's referee's timeout.
What do you want to do about that inspection again?
Go to Ekus Auto Care in Troy Heights. They're your certified Napa Auto Care Center. Their experienced staff at Ekus will have you back on the road swiftly and safely with the help of their advanced computer diagnostics. Ask Dick Natowski. Compare Ekus to the national chain, and you'll find out why. So many what others already know. The price is always right. Conveniently located in Troy Heights at 2115 Freeport Road, right on the main drag. They're open weekdays 8 to 5, Saturdays 8 till noon. Call Debbie and listen to that delightful voice at 724-224-9861. They did measure, and as close as it could be, to schedule your PA state and emission inspection to Ekus Auto Care.
This is the play now where they do the bull, right? Like when we used to put Kratz in there and you just run it up ahead?
Well, we do have the bull. For years, Coach called
Braden will do that?
Baby bull. But he said this year he gets the title bull.
I thought that was Orlando Cepeda. I thought he was the baby bull.
You're skewing old, Grandpa.
I am indeed.
You're going back to the 60s, aren't you? Is that correct?
I saw him play. It was in the 70s, yeah.
Well, he started in the 60s because I saw him play at Forbes Field. How you like that?
So here we go.
First base, San Francisco Giants. He was a big
And he
boy.
could hit. He's a Hall of Famer. All right, they get the chains reset. Obviously doing a little better job of that than they were at Knock last week.
Ooh.
Just goose to center and go. Timmons leans ahead and gets the 1st down easily. Up over the 30 to the 33-yard line. First down of the night.
Open up the playbook a little, boys. Let's go.
I like throwing on 1st down.
Had that nice pass to Lonnie Long, got 10 yards off that slant.
Safe little 1st down pass.
I didn't miss the New England game last night, Mike. I don't see it a lot at the high school level. Crossing patterns. I don't know if they don't have time to develop
Maybe they're complicated too. Don't know. Trips to the right this time.
When you cross, you can pick somebody off.
Dean, they've run the flashcards down there. I think they're going to go no huddle now after this one. Direct snap to Martinka through a hole. Up over the 35, tries to spin through there. Now a lot of Planets get him, but they're going to give him the 38-yard line. It's a good gain of 5 for Don. From the Wild Ram 4 formation.
First time we saw that today, Mike?
Yep, Nicholas Shriver, the senior, number 66, makes the stop.
Yeah, the flashcards, we got O, and we got Johnny Price is out with the injury, and also Ryan Signorella broke his hip, Mike. Poor kid. He's going to be probably out for the season.
Ashton Ambrose has flashcards too.
In a JV game.
2nd and 5, direct snap, Martinka again. Threw a hole up over the 40, the 45. Martinka spins for a first down up to the 49-yard line.
Nice pickup for
Hunter Cooper in there to make the stop, the senior defensive end, along with the sophomore Tyler Kolakowski.
Same play 2 times in a row, Mike. Keep it going.
1st and 10, no huddle.
Yep. In the old days, you ran until they stopped it.
2 carries, 16 yards. They go the same way. And we're going to go Martinka again. Cuts his way through there up over the 45. Into Mars territory to the Planet's 40-yard line.
By Dom. Up inside, Mike. Pick up 11. I think it's another first down. Yes, it is.
It is. Anthony Grieco made the stop, but it's first down Highlands again. It's an 11-yard pickup.
No huddle seems to be throwing them off a little bit, Mike.
It does.
They like to flop their tackles, and when you do this,
Scott's going to call a timeout.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what happens. When we talked on the phone, isn't that what we brought up?
That's a plus for Highlands when you make them call that timeout. And they like to flop the tackles, Mike, and they don't have time to do that if you're running over to the line of scrimmage.
All right, let's take 1-2. 8:22 to go first half. 7-0 Mars. We'll be right back. 8:22 to go, first quarter. Mars leads at 7-0, but Highlands on the march. Started this drive at their own 21-yard line. This is the 7th play of the drive. At the Mars 40. Direct snap, Martinka again. They're waiting for him this time, and the ball is loose, but I think the Rams jump on it. I believe for Highlands, the Rams are able to get back on it, and it was a big one. It was Marcus Sienko just in the lineup this week, and the loss is of 6. Boy, that was a good timeout and adjustment made, wasn't it?
You better believe it. They saw something that they were going to say, okay, you want to run that again? Going to knock it back 6 yards, make it 2nd and 16. So now you go back to the playbook, Mike.
Now you got to get some on this play because this is 4-down territory for sure.
We have what's called the punch and then the counter punch.
So now we're back to shotgun with Jett as a sidecar. Snap is to Timmons. He's back. He's going to dump it out of the back. He'd have been better off dropping it.
Yes, sir.
Nice play there, and that's John Jackson. The defensive end comes up to make the play on that one. Now the Rams are going backwards.
Oh, boy.
6-yard loss on that one.
Yeah, Mike, that's where sometimes football IQ comes into play. You're better off just knock that one
Yeah, but
down.
you don't know if it was backwards either. See, that's the problem with that. That's a bad situation to put a kid in.
Well, yeah, what you want to do is let Johnson come up a little bit more upfield and slide Jett behind him. They just left that one a little too early.
3rd and 22. Timmons wants to run it. Now Timmons is going to be hit. Gets to the near side of the field. Look at those strides. 50. And gets across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And there's John Jackson again.
He's been all over the place.
He has. To the Mars 49. 4th and 19. The Rams got to punt him deep now.
6'4", 200-pound senior, Mike.
Now you're playing field position in a one-score game, 6:19 to go first half. If you can get them stuck inside there, and Barr's put 2 inside the 20 this year already, it'd be a good time to do it. Here's the kick.
A good job by Barr.
Could hit somebody. Takes a Highlands bounce.
Oh, let it roll, baby.
You gotta let it go. That doesn't work.
Football IQ again, Mike. His balls. He's gone forward. We have 3 guys in front of him.
Oh, there was at least 10 more yards of steam on that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's the little things, Mike, that make you 1 and 2, and that's one of them.
So Mars will start on their 20-yard line.
Last time we played Mars, Mike, was 2013. Not pretty that night. It was 39-0.
Yeah, they beat us the last 2 times by a combined score of 94-6.
That is not good.
Luckily, the last time we played here and beat them 14-11, that was in 2011.
Another timeout. Who's calling this one?
I don't know. We'll let our referee, Bill Brown, say it's a timeout, Highlands. That'll be their second. They give us a chance to tell you about Highlands Higher as it's coming. Now, you may not want to believe it, but the Farmer's Almanac came out this week, and it's going to be cold and snowy this winter, in case you missed this.
My favorite thing.
Yeah, we're going to pay for last year. So you want to get into Highlands Higher right now, and also their newest location, Highland Integrity Alignment, and see why they've been voted the best place to buy tires in the AK Valley since 1993. That's 23 consecutive years. Their dedicated service team will take care of your needs with a level of professionalism seldom seen in the tire industry. Visit HighlandTire.com or give them a call in Trentham at 724-224-9222 or Natrona Heights at 724-224-7900 or Highland Integrity Alignment 724-224-5900. Highland Tire, service, integrity, price. We deliver.
We know in football we're traveling 450 miles. Have you done basketball yet, Mike?
No, it's not going to be that bad. Well, maybe it is.
We got to go to Florida.
I got to go to Florida. I forgot about that. Well, I hadn't planned on making the trip, so
Eddie's talking about it.
Oh, is he?
Yep. His 50th birthday present. He wants it early.
First down, Mars at the 20. See if the Rams defense can hold again. They had a 3-and-out on the last series.
Nice job last time.
And this is right back. Wright throws it out of the backfield, and Johnson dropped it. And then he's planted by Timmons for his bother.
And he jumped up, Mike, and then he thought about it and said that was a football player.
It was.
Yep.
Right now, 2 for 4. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Mars. I was a little worried there might be a flag there.
Once again, football play. They actually let him play that once in a while.
Here's something that we could use, turnover. How about this?
Yeah, hasn't had too many.
We've only had 4 turnovers so far in the first 3 games. Last year we forced 21, and we haven't had an interception yet. We had 7 last year.
All fumble recoveries.
2nd down, 10. And the toss is to Isaiah Johnson off the left side. Tries to string it, but the Rams have him and bring him down at the 24-yard line as the Zort was down there, but first contact was made by the senior safety, Jordan McIntyre.
Timmons also down there. Mike, JV's last week beat up Knock 44-20. In that game, you talk about interception. Brandon Jockum, a freshman, Mike, 2 successive plays, interceptions.
That's hard to do.
Yep.
One of them had to be a touchdown.
Yes.
3rd and a long 5 for Mars. 5:15 to go, first half. Mars 7, Highlands nothing.
Homecoming tonight with excitement.
Yeah, we'll give you a little flavor of that.
Yep.
Johnson off the right side, but here they come, and down he goes at the 22-yard line.
Martinka, first contact.
And Sportelli finished it up.
Nice job by Dawn to engage and Sportelli to finish. They're holding their own against this highly potent Mars offense. Again, told you coming into the night, Ranke and Johnson, 900 combined yards. Johnson, 490 and 6 touchdowns. But he hasn't done much tonight.
Let's see if we can get Logan to bring one back here. Caleb Brake, the punter. Christ can do that. He's already brought a free kick back, which is the same thing. That was right here in week 1. This one's going to hit. It's going to take a Mars bounce and a good one inside the 40, but the Rams will still get good field position as it rolls out of bounds at the 39-yard line of Highlands.
That was one of those tweeners, too, Mike. You don't know whether to pick it up or not when you're trying to make those decisions. The best thing is done.
And it comes off the left-footed punter's foot differently, and it's something you can't practice it unless you have somebody that's left-footed that can punt them to you.
And Mike, you check in the conference standings. We have 2 undefeated teams. You mentioned Newcastle, South Fayette. We also have 2 teams with no wins. That's Cambridge and Indiana. And then we're stuck in the middle with Mars, Blackhawk, Knock, and Montour. Remember, 4 playoff spots on the line. We're going to be in scramble for those last 2 spots.
I'm going to keep calling for a first down pass till they throw one. First down, Highlands at the 39. I formation, jet dots the I. And it's Sportelli, the fullback. He gets a nice haul, and he fumbles the football, and Mars is on it at the 48-yard line. Sportelli put it on the ground, and Nicholas Shriver picks it up for the Planets.
Sport second effort that time, Mike, actually hurt him. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage, lost his balance, and in doing so, ball came out, and unfortunately for the Golden Rams, Mars gets excellent field position on a turnover.
First down, Planets at the Highlands 48.
Put a defense in a tough spot, Mike. Can they respond?
Quick change play, right is back.
Oh,
Hey, got him, and down he goes. McIntyre on his safety blitz. They were bringing the safety probably for the running play. Really, probably a run blitz, but McIntyre met right in the backfield. We know on the quick change, Heinauer was going for the bundle on that one. They sent Kevin Wigan, the tight end, deep, but Wright had no chance.
Zort finished him. McIntyre stood him up. And again, it's 2nd and 20. Golden Ram defense, Mike, other than that one possession where Rinke got in from the 17-yard line.
That's 3 sacks already.
Staunch tonight.
2nd and 20. Now they're at the Mars 42-yard line. Again, out of that wing T formation. This is Rinke, the motion man, and a false start this time. Sam Albert screaming at the official on the near side of the field saying, throw that flag. 3:18 to go.
Highlands has 2 timeouts, Mike. Boy, I'd like to get one more shot at the end zone before the half, huh?
They have 1 timeout. They used to.
Adam with 1. Okay.
I thought.
We'll hopefully get to find out.
I guess. Of course, it was offside against the Highlands.
Oh, man.
2nd and 15. Rams get the ball coming out of the break, and Sam Albert can't believe it. He's saying, who? Nobody jumped.
By the way, you're allowed to ask, and they're to tell you, by the way.
Yeah, but I'm going to guess if you show them the replay, they won't be too happy about that.
One bad call early, Mike, led to the touchdown at offsides before the play started.
Wright is back again. Here comes the blitz. Wright is hit. Wright's in trouble. Gets out of there. And down he goes at the 38-yard line.
Sportelli, Mike.
Tyler Sportelli. That's the 4th sack.
He made up for that fumble, Mike, right there by dropping him back deep. Zort put pressure on Mike, but Sportelli finished him off. Going to make it 3rd and
24. 2:31 to go.
That's a good thing.
Don't trash the fan. It's our only source of air. Well, that thing came with the start of the school district. That was one of the first things they bought.
Don't put your finger in there.
And they gave us to Rinke. Rinke off the left side. Get him out. Run him out of bounds.
There you go.
Run him out of bounds. Did they?
Yep.
They did. They didn't have to use the timeout. 2:06 to go, and now the Rams will get the ball back. That was beautiful. They didn't even have to use the timeout to get it back.
Bryce and Sportelli.
Rinke gets a yard back to the 40. And again, the defense now has really stiffened up here.
Got to get the offense going now, Mike.
So Caleb Brake will punt it again. Oh, now the Rams have too many men on the field. Well, they got to use the timeout anyway, don't they?
That was either 2nd or 3rd, Mike.
That's their 2nd? Okay. Mars has used 1. We got it.
Bummer, because then we did have 2 timeouts. I was right.
You were. 2:06 to go here in the first half of this one, and the Rams trailing it 7-0.
All right, we're going to tell you about the Lucchino agency. Mike, why don't you give them those numbers?
Sure. Located at 2318 Freeport Road next to Donut Connection. You call Joe at 724-224-8908 or Joseph at 412-818-7398.
And if I can get the J instead of the H on my phone, I will be able to tell you all about
the Lucchino Insurance and Financial Group. It's the same great name, but the same great services the Lucchinos have provided in the AK Valley for decades.
Well, Mike, they also have a special this month, end of September. 4% on qualified money. If you get it to them before the end of September, beats those CD rates. Call Joe Jr., Joe Sr. And again, we're also looking at the medical insurance dates coming up.
That's a beauty. And a fair catch by Christ back at the 19-yard line. Continue.
Well, Mike, he took the right way to do it. He took the fair catch. You're looking for the right way to do the health insurance. The annual enrollment is right around the corner. That for both personal and group coverage. And again, Joe Lucchino and Joe Jr., you can call them today. Lucchino Agency. They've been with us from the beginning, Mike.
Yes, they have. And thank them as always.
Let's see what we can do here. 1:58 to go. Trailing 7-0.
I think Sam would be content to run the clock out.
Get the ball to start the second half.
Field position's not exactly good. I think a lot of it has to do with how does the first play go. And then will Scott want to use his timeouts. Timmons is back. Throws it out of the backfield. It's caught. Pulled in by Booker up over the 20 to the 22-yard line. Only a 2-yard pickup, but it's 2nd and 8.
I would like them to wait one more count in that play, Mike. Let that defender come up the field a little bit, and then you get the ball behind him. We're hitting the kid in stride with the defender right beside him.
Timmons 4 for 5, but for only 11 yards. Clock winds to 1:25. 2nd and 8. Timmons sprints right. Stops, looks, fires. It was tipped, but it's caught. Pulled in and now giving ground.
Yep. Lonnie lost 5, Mike, after catching the ball, trying to get back to the middle of the field. And the middle of the field is one place you don't want to be.
It comes as a 5-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down. Lonnie's caught 2. 3rd and 3. Quick snap. Timmons looking. Timmons fires it out. He's got his man McIntyre. He steps out of bounds. First down, Highlands at the 38-yard line. But that was well done.
Yep, nice hustle.
Both ways, both by the receiver and the quarterback. 11-yard pickup, and now the Rams can huddle up with the out-of-bounds play.
Chance to get a couple more shots downfield, Mike. The wind is picking up here.
Now, something's going to have to change to cool it off overnight, and it's not going to rain, so you figure there'll be wind involved. And the wind always here, right to left, so it's behind the Rams. First down at the 38-yard line. 50 seconds left of the first half. 7-0 Mars. Timmons sprints right. Looks. Trouble. Gets out of there. Chased by Jackson. Timmons fires it downfield. Jump ball is incomplete. Mitch had it, but they had his face mask as he was coming down. Desort. And it's incomplete.
Try to time his jump that time. And again, Braden's not being able to step into these passes, Mike, because of the pressure.
2nd and 10.
Mars, all they can handle so far here in the first half, Mike.
I think back to last year in a situation like this. That middle screen they had with Levante Martin.
Yes. Tight end.
4 receivers, 2 by 2. Martinka the setback. Timmons, short drop, going to run a quarterback draw. Tries to get out of the way of one man, tries to get to the sideline, and gets good yardage up over the 40 to the 44-yard line. So we got 7. Clock stops, and it's 3rd and 3. It gives you a chance. 32 seconds left.
Now, Mike, you said in the tape last week, they struggled with Montour in the first half, come on strong in the second half.
Killed him in the second half. I don't know that Montour made, I think Montour made 1 first down in the second half. Mars had it 4 times, scored 3 touchdowns, and ran the clock off with their 4th possession.
Well, you know, we're kind of like the Pirates in respect to our position. We got the guys in front of us we have to beat. But got to get that win. Tonight's a very important one on the schedule.
5 seconds on the play clock. Timmons going to run a draw to Martinka. Martinka wades his way through. They're up over the 50, the 45, 40. They have a timeout left. That's a good job. Inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Now you got to call it at 24 seconds to go, unless they want to spike it. Boy, what a great call on the draw there.
You could do that, Mike, with time you have left. How am I going to give on that play?
Now let's see where they put it. The 6 and 17, 23 yards.
I would have spiked it, or I would have waited.
No, I'd use it now.
But they haven't set the sticks. You'd get that time, don't you?
So it's 1st and 10 at the Mars 34-yard line. A big run for Martinka on that 3rd and 3, a 23-yard pickup. And now the Rams with 24 seconds to go.
5 rushes, 44 yards for Don Martinka.
That's exactly what I have.
How about that?
That never happens.
No.
I'd ask Doug down there, but we don't want to ruin a good thing, I guess.
What do you do here, Mike, now? No timeouts?
Well, those short little rhythm passes. Remember the touchdown they scored at the end of the game last week? As time was running down, and the quick little passes that they used toward the sidelines, and they were very effective, and that's kind of what's worked here. Probably go back to those.
Well, question number 1 is, how many plays can he get in 24 seconds?
Mm-hmm. Well, the sidelines are key. They've used the sidelines a lot.
They're going to have to here almost, right? They have no timeout.
Well, now they do. If you get a first down, the clock stops and you can spike it. First down at the 34. I think you take a shot at the end zone, too. That's probably something they're not looking for right now. Timmons is back. He looks, steps up and fires, and it's behind Kreis. Tried to get Kreis at the 26-yard line. Incomplete. I'd have rather them do that than he caught it because we'd have lost too much time.
Yeah, that would not have been a first down.
2nd and 10. Luke Lamer with a hitch in his get-along down there right now. He's holding that right leg up if you see it in the huddle.
Ethan Jones is backup, Mike, only a freshman.
He's being an Oriole right now. He's hanging in there trying to get himself to halftime so he has some time to rest. But you don't know the guy. You know the guy in front of him sees that.
Oh, yeah.
2nd and 10 at the Mars 34. Martinka calling out of protection. Timmons is
Everybody
in trouble.
Coming, look out.
Timmons is hitting down. He goes at the 45-yard line. Max Chismar was in there, and Hunter Leslie, the senior defensive tackle.
What are they going to do, Mike?
And the clock runs out. Now they just need to let that wind down anyway. Yeah. I believe we are at the end of the half. Let's see what the officials decide. Mars is coming off, Highlands is coming off, and that is the end of the first half here at Golden Rams Stadium with the score. The Mars Planet 7 and the Highlands Golden Rams. Hi, welcome back at halftime. Highlands and the homecoming court is out there, and we're going to get a winner here in just a second. Cadet Kara Bowser, last year's queen, and her escort Tyler Allworth are here to do the honors.
For the 2016-17 school year, Ben Blackburn.
And Ben Blackburn is the homecoming king, and there he is. Tyler Allworth will crown him. Now we'll get the queen, and Cadet Kara Bowser, who's at West Point, has come back to do this. And Rayanne Urbanski is your winner, and there she is. Rayanne Urbanski, your 2016 homecoming queen, and Ben Blackburn is your homecoming king. Rams trailing it at halftime, 7-0. Boom could follow the happy court around here as we give you some quick stats. Highlands had 5 first downs to Mars 4. This is so even. Highlands had 55 yards rushing and 27 passing. Mars 44 rushing, 38 passing. 82 total yards apiece, dead even. Highlands 3 for 6 on third downs. Mars 2 for 6. The penalties were negligible. Highlands had the only turnover of the half. And again, a very even half of football. Braden Timmons was 6 for 9, 27 yards through the air. Don Martinka 44 yards on 5 carries. And the big Mars backs didn't do a whole lot. Garrett Rinke 8 for 37. Isaiah Johnson 7 for 15. And the only score of the game, a Garrett Rinke 17-yard run at 2:19 left first quarter. Caleb Brake out of the kick. It was 7-0 Mars. Wireless Zone is your Verizon Wireless headquarters. The Wireless Zone is the place with the hottest devices at the coolest prices. Smartphones, iPads, tablets, and all the latest accessories. Stop into Wireless Zone today and see what makes Verizon the world's largest and most reliable network. Wireless Zone has 13 area locations, including 6 in the AK Valley. Rams fans, your Wireless Zone headquarters are in the Walmart Plaza next to GNC, or at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall next to JCPenney's and across from Victoria's Secret. If you have any wireless questions, contact John Mason today. Just drop him a line at JMWZone@yahoo.com. HighlandsGoldenRams.com. Once again, congratulations, Rayanne Urbanski and Ben Blackburn and the entire homecoming court for 2016. Second half kickoffs coming up. It's 7-0 Mars. We'll be back with it right after this. Back for the second half. Mike Pavlik here, Mike Choma there. Dean, thoughts of the first half? Good game so far.
Yeah, very even.
Yep.
Just can't seem to catch that break, Mike. That one long passing play, they were offsides by 5 yards, wasn't called.
Talk about time of possession. Highlands 12 minutes, 15 seconds. Mars 11 minutes, 45 seconds. Mars did not have a first down in the second quarter.
And that's pushing things in the right direction. We're struggling with time of possession.
What happened?
Yeah, Mars coming out to kick for the first time tonight, Mike.
Caleb Brake will do the kicking, the left footer. And the Rams send two back. Jermaine Jett to the near side, and Logan Christ, not Jermaine Jett, it's Dom Martinka, 32.
Dom double duty tonight, homecoming court. They had to take the flower off and get him back to the locker room for instruction.
I hope you enjoyed that. Rayanne Urbanski and Ben Blackburn and Kara Bowser, Cadet Kara Bowser, back from West Point to do the honors.
My neighbor.
Saw her today, So here's Caleb Brake, foot into the ball, and he booms it. It's going to be a touchback. It'll be first down Highlands at the 20, and that's a weapon. Scott Heinauer said during the offseason that's one of the best kickers in the WPIAL, and that's a weapon to have.
Boy, big number 76, John Jackson, on the kickoff team.
He is a tremendous athlete, is he not? He's been all over the place. You saw him last week in the game against Montour. He was everywhere for them too. Jackson comes in at 6'4", 200. Second half kickoff, of course, brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. You can email John, Mason Elite Hoops at Comcast.net. Set up an appointment. All the grades starting in, I believe, 7th grade up, 6th grade up.
Yep. Like our homecoming queen, Rayanne Urbanski. Her father, Ray, coaches our junior high team.
Excellent. Direct snap. This is Jermaine Jett through a hole. Up over the 35, 40, 45, 50. Jett is on his way. 30, 20. Jett to the 15, 10. He's in for a landing.
Whoa! Jermaine Jett took off at the 20. 80 yards later. Third carry of the night, Mike. Looks like the knock game. He had 1 for 2 and 1 for 60. Now he has 1 for 4 and 1 for 80 in a touchdown.
Just like that, the Rams have come back.
And Mike, they're going for 2.
I think they are.
Well,
they have not liked what they've seen on the extra points. Now remember, Ryan Signorella's hurt. That's your holder.
Yes.
So then you have to change that. And a lot of things different have gone on. And it looked like last week, they lined up to go for 2 on their first touchdown, and they had a penalty and were unable to do it. So the Rams are going to go for 2 here, splitting 3 out to the left to try to take the lead.
Braden Timmons has done this 3 times this year.
Timmons is 3 for 3. Timmons is into the end
4
zone.
for 4.
And the Rams take the lead.
There you go, Mike. Talk about taking a risk. The Golden Rams, way to start the second half, guys. And boy, everybody in the house knew Braden Timmons was getting the ball, Mike. And he still pushed it in.
And Timmons with his 4th. Rams are 4 for 4 on 2-point conversions. And Timmons has done it 4 times. We're going to talk about the anchor in. We know all the good stuff. I want to talk about the televisions.
Yes, brand new.
Beautiful, brand new big screen televisions. You can watch any game. What a great place to go on a Saturday afternoon or evening and watch some college football. And you can do that. And Joe, Andy, and Dee will be there to help you out with all the great menu items. If you can't find something you like on that menu at the anchor in, you just don't like food. That's all there is to it. Take the wife, take the girlfriend. Heck, take the wife and the girlfriend.
Why not?
It's that good of a place. The Anchor Inn. Kitchen's open till 11, so remember to do that. You can come in after the game, talk about the Rams' push for the playoffs. That's the Anchor Inn on Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. Welcome aboard.
Boy, what a way to start the second half, Mike, huh?
Now the Rams lead by a point, 8-7. And here's the kickoff to the far side of the field. That's out of bounds. Yep. So now Scott Heinauer will have a choice. We'll see what they decide to do. Do they want to make them kick it again? Is he just going to take the football? One play, 80 yards. It took him 13 seconds. I'm sure Jermaine would like to work on his time, but he had to run away from people.
Beautiful run, though, Mike. And he knew he had that little angle, and he took advantage of it.
Mars is going to take it at the 35, and they're going to go on the far hash. 1st and 10 Planets.
right. Defense has to go to work, Mike. They did a great job.
Has been terrific. Their two backs that both went for 200. Garrett Rinke, 8 carries, 37 yards. Isaiah Johnson, 7 for 15, and they've sacked Noah Wright 4 times.
No first downs in the second quarter, right?
Rinke in motion, none. Rinke's going to be hit and dropped at the 36 yard line. Oh, it's Jordan McIntyre playing a heck of a game from his safety position, and with all this running, they're bringing him up.
Timmons also there for his 8th tackle.
1 yard pickup for Rinke. Rams have their first lead since the first half at Newcastle.
How about that?
When they led 10-7 at halftime. It's the last time they've led a game. Of course, it feels like we haven't been here since last year. It's been like 3 weeks. Wright is back. Wright's going to run it. Wright's in and down he goes at the 35-yard line. Timmons and Romello Freeman.
Let's see where they mark him, Mike. Loss.
3rd and 11. And Noah Wright's gone backwards. Minus 24. 3rd down. 11 yards to go.
3rd down.
They split Ben Perziola, the senior, to the near side of the field, and Price is right up on him.
Big momentum play here, Mike.
Rinke in motion. Wright is back, being chased. Fired.
Oh,
It's knocked down beautifully by Tyler Sportelli. They went to Chismar, and Sport got a big hand on it.
A lot of dead zone that time, Mike, and Sportelli. Great job to cut in front of the receiver. Highlands will get the ball back, leading here 8-7. Big turnover event to start the second half.
And Price is back there to return this punt. He hasn't got a chance to get loose today yet. Caleb Brake, number 21, the senior punter and place kicker, standing back at his 20-yard line. Good snap.
Brake, everybody's going slow motion.
Oh, he kicks a bomb.
Fair catch.
And it's a fair catch called for by Christ back at the 28-yard line. Against the breeze, a 38-yard punt, no return. Ball net, 1st down Highlands, leading by 1.
Mike, you mentioned Kara Bowser being part of the homecoming court last year, returning. She was a soccer player last year, and again, she's at the West Point Army Academy. And this week, Highlands Soccer Spotlight player in the Valley News Dispatch was Alexis Bingle. Congratulations to her. She's a Pitt recruit.
Did you know Army is 3-0?
Yes, and they're going to play Buffalo.
And Army's going to beat Navy this year. We think this. And Army's Glenn Munkin is the coach. He was with Paul Johnson at Navy for a lot of years and understands the system. And just tremendous. Direct snap to Jet. It worked a minute ago. And Jet gets about 5 up to the 33-yard line. Did you see Mario Cienko get thrown out of the pile? And he got a popping mad.
No huddle again, Mike. Good news, Lucas Lamer's out there.
2nd and 5.
And looks like Highlands is confusing themselves there with no huddle.
They can take their time. There's still 15 seconds left on the play clock. Jet again. Jet off the right side, gets good yardage up over the 35 to the 37-yard line. Max Chismar was down there along with John Jackson, but there's a marker down. Hold the phone. This is not good news for Highlands. It's going to go from 3rd and 2 to, looks like it's on the line of scrimmage, so we'll see. Maybe they didn't have enough men lined up. Bill Brown, the referee, can't find his
holding. Way back there. Yikes.
So
the check gets no yardage, huh?
Nope. No carry either.
Yeah.
2nd and 15 now for the Rams. 9:32 left 3rd quarter. The Rams lead 8-7.
Who's the guy that Mr. Tony showed up picks Army all the time?
James Carville, the political, yes. He gets presidents elected.
Yes, the worst NCAA team.
He was on Army early.
Gonna have to tell Big O that.
And Timmons is back.
Deep.
He's going to fire it deep.
Got a man
down there. It's Christ, and he has it at the 35-yard line.
What a great catch by
Price over the shoulder like he was fielding a punt.
He slowed down, Mike. He just flung it.
He did.
How many you give him on that one?
27 and 14. 41.
41-yard completion. Now 62 yards for Timmons passing on 10 attempts.
2 catches for Christ, 43 yards. Lonnie Long has 2 for 18. First down Highlands at the Mars 36. Oh, how the worm has turned.
Put this in, Mike. Be big. Everybody's coming.
Here's the snap. The Jet tries to follow Timmons in there, but good job in the backfield down low by Paul King, the senior linebacker, to get a piece of the ankles of Jet and bring him down after a gain of 2.
They guessed right that time, Mike. They filled that hole with the linebacker before the snap.
Make it a gain of 1.
And Mike,
Second and 9.
sometime they're going to make them pay for these trips on the left. They're going to. Timmons has it in the bag of tricks to take a step towards the line of scrimmage, stop and throw. Let's see if they can do it.
And he's going to need to be careful because he left early that time. We got away with 1. Timmons was ahead of it. Second and 9. Timmons taking the snap this time. Low snap.
Ah, geez.
Picks it up in trouble. And down he goes.
That was the pass, Mike.
It was. That was it. Jackson makes the stop, and you saw Don Martinka running down there all by himself.
Martinka was unaccounted for, Mike. Martinka unaccounted for, right down the side.
So it's 3rd and 14.
Got to get the snap there. Been a bugaboo and snap. Then we have teams, Mike, that don't know how to get underneath the center.
Right. Well, we saw, well, if you looked at Christie last week, they didn't take 1 snap underneath the center at all. 3rd down. Now it's a get some play here, and then give Sam Albert a decision. Booker in motion. The Rams are going to have to call time. They take their first time out of the second half at 7:27 remaining of the 3rd quarter. Highlands leads it 8-7. So do we get a report on how things went for the
Renfrew boys?
The Renfrews.
Yes, they loved last week's game.
I bet they did.
Talked to Mark at Anytime Fitness. He requested 2 copies of that disc, and we will accommodate them. I said they'll make great Christmas gifts. Anytime Fitness in Highlands Mall in Toronto Heights is a place for fitness. The name says it all. Work out when you want, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Anytime Fitness has everything you need: free weights, cardio, circuit equipment, personal training, even tanning and private showers. Remember, your membership entitles you to access to thousands of clubs worldwide at no extra cost. Let Mark and John help you take the first step to a better you by stopping in for a free tour. Visit anytimefitness.com or give them a call at 724-224-2956 and treat yourself to the greatest gift of all, good health. Mark Renfrew, again, he had 2 nephews playing for Knock last week, and his other nephew, Seth Cohen, plays for Highlands. And I guess they're going to battle that one out over the years.
I think Virginia Heasley just signaled up the bill that the Pirates have tied the game. Yes, indeed. Oh, no. Blanco messed up his face. He ran into the wall.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So here we go.
They're not done yet, right?
Not yet.
Big 3rd down here.
3rd and 14. Timmons is back. He looks.
Back.
He has some time. He's got Price. Oh, and it's incomplete.
No flag either.
He stopped his route. Maybe if he'd have kept running. Isaiah Johnson was the intended receiver, and Christ gets up very slowly.
No, Wayner was down there too, Mike. Now it's decision time, and you got your 2 wide receivers.
Punt him down there.
Yep.
Ryan Barr will be out there to punt. The line of scrimmage is at the 40-yard line, and Mars' offense has really stopped moving. And in a game of field position right now, Highlands would like to pin him. We'd also like to let the ball continue to roll on this one if we can.
We have one problem too. Logan Christ, Mike, is one of our corners. Yep.
Here's a snap to Barr, and he kicks a high one above the lights.
That's right.
They let it go, and now they're going to get sure they get it, and they do. Romello Freeman downs at number 4 at the 4. So the Rams have done a good job as Barr, a 36-yard punt. And now you're looking to see if Christ gets back out there to see if Mars might want to take advantage.
See, we're going to put a cornerback.
It really is a good place to throw.
Dommy's out there at 1 cornerback.
That's where Dom's been tonight.
Yep, guess what? Logan Christ running the field, Mike. Helmet in hand.
Here he comes.
Yep.
So Mars with first down and 96. 7:11 to go, 3rd quarter. Highlands leads at 8-7. Thanks to a direct snap out of the Wild Ram to Jermaine Jett, 80-yard touchdown run on the first play.
Boy, I tell you what, quick hitter, nothing going there.
No, and Rinke is hitting the backfield for a loss on the play. McIntyre was back there again, but it's Sportelli and Desort.
And Timmons. Back McIntyre is really playing a great game, like coming up to that line of scrimmage.
And now Garrett Rinke, 10 carries, 36 yards only. 2nd and 12. The ball back at the 2. 6:45 left, 3rd quarter.
They're really selling out, Mike, at the line of scrimmage. They're doing a great job.
And Christ can't continue. Dean, that's ribs.
Yeah, something's wrong.
That is ribs.
Big decision for Sam Albert. It's going to be number 8, Lonnie Long.
Lonnie Long coming back out there. And now Mike Rizzo's going to take a look at Logan. So we get the injury replacement as Lonnie is out there, and they put Ben Perziola, the senior, over on him. 2nd down and 12. Noah Wright, the senior quarterback. The turn and the give is to Isaiah Johnson. He's through a hole. Johnson's on his way. 30, 40, 50. Isaiah Johnson is going 98 yards for a Mars touchdown.
Yikes. Wow, Mike. That could be a backbreaker.
And this crowd is stunned.
We know he has the ability to do it, Mike, and he showed you right there why he has over 490 yards. Well, make it 590 now. Yikes. That quick hitter that they stopped for a 2-yard loss, they just came right back to it to the other side, Mike.
So it's 13-8. High snap to get it down and break boots and throw. 6:14 to go, 3rd quarter. It's Mars 14, Highlands 8. Timeout. We'll be back right after this. Well, Mars scores on a 96-yard touchdown drive on a 98-yard touchdown. Wow. By Isaiah Johnson, and the senior takes it all the way, as he was a 1,600-yard rusher a year ago. You know, they lost their leading receiver, a guy by the name of John Costello. Perhaps you've heard of him.
Yep, he's playing basketball against Mansfield.
And Brake kicks it. It's a line drive, taken at the 25 nicely.
Cochran.
And Luke gets it up to the 35. And we have a man down, worse for the wear, Logan Tresh. Now he gets up. And he and Cochran hit hard. 6:08 to go in the 3rd. Now what the Rams have to do is forget about it and then just continue on to the momentum that they had. And Tresh is being escorted off the field. He got hit hard by Luke. But the Rams have good field position.
Luke can lay the leather, Mike. Ask Johnny Christ. He got concussed by him in a JV game last week.
I think that might be Logan's issue.
Friendly fire, yep.
1st down, Highlands at their 35. 6:08 to go in the 3rd. Mars leapfrogs back on top, 14-8.
Luke made a nice catch on that ball, too.
He did, because that could have ended up rolling into the end zone, or they would have had the long field challenge. Sportelli and Jet behind Timmons. And he gave us to Sportelli. Tries to cut through there, but they got him. Maybe a yard on the play. First man to contact him was Hunter Cooper, number 50.
And again, Mike, very important. Golden Rams get a drive, answer that big momentum swing.
That's only Sportelli's 2nd carry. Then he fumbled the first time he had it. The only turnover of the game. Highlands now even in the turnover department. They've turned it over 4 times, and the opponents have turned it over 4 times. They've been a big plus the last couple years. Shotgun this time. Give us to Booker. Near side of the field. Nowhere to go. And again, it's Hunter Cooper. 2 consecutive plays taken over for Mars defensively.
Booker looking for a soft place to land there, Mike. Unfortunately, there wasn't one. Now it's going to be 3rd and 12.
Well, I think I want to keep feeding Jet after that.
He has 91 yards now in 5 attempts.
He hasn't seen the ball this time. 3rd down, 12. Martinka now. Sidecar. Booker in the slot. Desort splits to the left. Rolling to the right. Timmons in trouble. Going to dump it off. It's Booker. 35. And he slowed down. And really made the tackle kind of easy for Chismar. He almost kind of waited for Chismar to get him.
8-yard pickup, not going to be enough though, Mike, to be 4th and about 4.
Got to try to make that first man miss there. 4th and 4 at the 41. You know, if you have a fake, this might not be a bad time. They need a momentum changer, and they need it fast. Snap is to Barr, and he boots it. It's a good one. Another good punt. Waving for the fair catch and taking it is Davis Bain. And Mars will have it at 3:53 third quarter, leading it 14-8.
Kiski's off to a great start. They're 3-0. They're leading 21-0 at halftime over Connellsville. The former Highlands assistant Dave Hefner.
They're one of those undefeateds I was talking about. Hey, guess who's 4-0, Dean?
Who that?
Derry.
Yikes, that's a surprise.
Derry is 4-0. They're one of the 20 undefeated teams left. Bet you didn't have them. They're gone. Shamokin's not with us any longer.
Yeah,
they've moved on to a different group.
Heritage, I think.
Yes, they had enough. Along with Hollidaysburg. They're not with us anymore either. And there's Garrett Renke through a hole.
Yep.
Up over the 35-40 and to the 44-yard line.
Logan Christ back out there for the stop, Mike, but not until big yardage along with Don Martinka. They had him in the backfield, Mike. They just couldn't bring him down.
So now, after the Rams have done such a good job not allowing a first down for a quarter and a half, Mars has run for 115 yards in the last 2 plays.
Yikes. Top 5 and 4A, Mike. Thomas Jefferson still on top. South Fayette, Mark Hofford second. Newcastle in third. West Smith in fourth. And new is Bell Vernon at number 5.
Halftime scores tonight. All the games going according to Hoyle. This is Renke. Renke's in and down he goes. Well, McIntyre came up to make the play and string it out, and then Sportelli finished it.
Yep, Zort did a nice job too of pushing that ball out towards the sidelines where Sportelli can make the tackle. Gonna drop for a 3-yard loss. Like it's 2nd and 13.
Clock winds to 3 minutes, third quarter. Mars 14, Highlands 8. 2 long touchdown runs here in the second half.
I understand your Borough Bucks are leading at halftime.
20-0 over Apollo Ridge. I'm going to guess that means Dwayne Brown's not playing.
He was scheduled to play.
20-6
I thought that was good news for Apollo Ridge, bad news for Borough.
Right is back, being chased, and it's intercepted on a diving play.
Oh,
no! Don Martinka
looked like he had it, Mike.
Don Martinka looked like he made a diving interception in front of the defender, but the official came in from about 20 yards down the field and said no, he didn't. But he did have the better look at it. The guy behind couldn't see it.
All right, Mike, here we go, 3rd and 13. This is very important, this section of the game, to stop them here.
They've gotten to right 4 times tonight, or 5, depending upon your stat keeping, so it's one or the other. We'll say 5. But so they've been able to do that. I think you're going to run. Right play fake. In trouble.
Freeman.
And down he goes.
Ball loose.
When Highlands knows they're going to pass, they can't protect. And that was a draw play right there. Thank you very much for the call. It's a 12-yard loss. Rams has 6 sacks.
Romello Freeman had 3 of them, Mike. Wow. 6 tackles for Romello.
4th and West Trenton. Exactly. It's 4th and 25. The Rams need a return. Martinka's back there. Yeah. Or snap it over his head.
Give him a low price.
Good snap to break. And he kicks it. It's going to hit the ground. And it takes a great Mars bounce.
Wait, Mars just takes a good old time getting down the field, too. Like, they know this kid's going to kick it on
exactly.
an angle. Yep.
All the way out at the 23-yard line. 47 yards, no return.
A little recruiting history, Mike. Your buddy Donovan Jeter is committed to Notre Dame. Remember him, the big guy from Falls?
I guess we'll see him later.
Yeah.
We'll see him, actually. We will.
Rob Carmody, probably in the stands right now. Guess who's after him now?
Pitt.
Pitt's been after him. New faces show up from Coriopolis, PA.
Oh, New Kentucky?
Kentucky and Arizona. Doesn't get much better than that, does it?
No. First down Highlands on their 23. 2 minutes left, third quarter. This is going to Jet. 22. Jet is hit. And he gets up to the 26-yard line. A 3-yard gain.
Yeah, it looks like they're taking series. Martinka takes one series, Jet takes the next. This is the
I'm okay
Jet
with
series.
that. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
The Jet series has many connotations.
It kind of does. We haven't seen much of that tonight, but Logan's been banged up.
Yep. I think he ran it one time tonight for -4. Trips to the left.
And the snap, and it's Jet again. Not a whole lot going on there. They're going to give him up to the 28-yard line. 2-yard pickup. And it's 3rd and 5.
Jet now 7 attempts for 96 yards. Mike, this is the old formation we used to run when Jeff Sinclair was a senior, where basically your two backs in the backfield have been Brady Timmons tonight and Sportelli. They're basically guards back there leading either Jet or Martinka up into the hole. And remember, Jeff Sinclair was really successful running that, called like a mini wishbone.
3rd and a long 5.
I think back in Jeff's day they had a third back there too, correct?
Billy Devlin. Brendan was back there sometimes too, Lucchino. And there's your Jet.
Yeah, but all messed up because
the timing.
Of the snap, yeah.
As Christ carries it, maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe loses a yard as 4th down.
And Logan's doesn't have the speed. He's hurt.
4th and 6 on what will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. The Rams came out with a bang on the Jet touchdown, and then Mars, who pinned back under their goalpost, a 98-yard run by Isaiah Johnson. That gives them the lead after 3 quarters at Golden Rams Stadium. It's Mars 14 and Highlands 8. B&J Sports, 1605 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights, has been serving our local sports teams and the great sports fans of the AK Valley for 5 decades. When it comes to all of your sporting goods needs, look no further than B&J Sports. Glenn Mills and his friendly staff provide that personal touch. They have team uniforms, trophies, any sports equipment you might need. You just can't beat the service at B&J Sports. You can stop in today or give Glenn a call. He's always happy to hear from you. 724-226-2762. 5 decades says it all. B&J Sports. Is it time, sir, for trivia?
Yes, sir. And I wrote this trivia question 3 weeks ago, Mike, and I've could have added 5 components to it since then. I'm not going to. I'm just going to answer the one question, then we'll add a little tidbits I have as we go along, but let's wait for this 4th down first.
Okay, we'll do that. A special thanks to the good folks at A&B Pizza tonight for catering our pizza party.
They sure did.
It was awesome as always. Thanks to Kenwood. We always have a good time at that. We have usually a different venue. We move it around a little bit, and it was good. And
so hot tonight, we went to my basement.
We did. Boom couldn't make it, so we brought the pizza party to him tonight upstairs on the roof, so he was happy to have that.
Tally markers before.
No, the chains aren't set properly across the way. We needed those guys in knock last week. I was kind of hoping for a 6-yard offside penalty, but I guess one of those wasn't going to happen.
Not tonight.
Davis Bain and Isaiah Johnson, the deep men, both standing at the Mars 42. This needs to be a good punt. Highlands down by 6. And Barr gets it off.
A boomer.
Fair catch is called for.
A fumble.
Loose. Muffed the kick, and it went right to Tyler Kolakowski.
And when do we get a break, Mike? All right, trivia question for tonight. A few weeks ago, Mike, Zane Dudak, the outstanding back at Armstrong, became the all-time leader in the rushing in the AK Valley with 4,560. He's added a couple hundred since then. My question is, who did he pass up?
Lucas Heekins.
Well, that wasn't too hard. Okay, then for that, you're going to get a part 2.
There were only 2 4,000-yard rushes in AK Valley history. Brandon Williams is the other.
Lucas Heekins, 4,276 yards from rear view. What year did he do it? Years, I should say.
Wow. 97 would have been his senior year, 98.
Very good, Mike. You're on a roll.
I did all the games in the playoffs.
There you go. Handoff, quick hitter. Brought down by Sportelli.
Johnson gets it up to the 43-yard line. 4-yard pickup.
He ranks 24th now, Mike, in the list of the WPIL. He could make top 5 if he averages 200 yards a game. So a little problem. Guess what? He's averaging 300 a game. Can you believe that, Mike? 300-yard average. If he does that, he could become the all-time single-season leader.
That's pretty good.
We got Franklin Regional tonight.
I'm sure Lucas isn't too happy. Last time I saw him, he was a little worried it was going to get broken in Springdale a couple years ago, and he was very happy.
Nothing doing.
Loose, the ball's right on the ground.
Who's got it?
They're going to call it down.
You're kidding me. Christ come out of there with the ball.
The ball rolled out.
Yep. Newsick on the tackle, along with
Desort made the stop.
Hilliard also down there.
So the ball's at the 46. My goodness, you're right. You talk about getting breaks.
You got to get one.
The ball was laying right there. They pick it up, and nobody blew it. But here's the thing. No whistle blew.
I didn't hear anything. You're right.
No whistle blew. Please roll that back, you YouTubers, and tell me a whistle blew.
Really.
3rd and 3. Rinke, crabbing motion. Run a toss to Johnson. Short side sweep. Johnson gets a first down across the 50. Well, look at that body lean.
Just got pushed ahead, yep.
Carries men with him across the 50 to the Highlands 47.
Sportelli and Christ, but not until he gets the first down. Sportelli now 9 tackles, Timmons 10. Like if Dudek averages at 300 yards, he'll pass a kid named Williams from Still Valley. DeRee Williams, 2,149 yards in 2010.
Del Reese Williams. Rinke.
Nothing doing this time at the line of scrimmage.
And he gets a yard. Sportelli was down there again. Boy,
Great job, yep.
An outstanding game for Highlands. And also Ryan Barr. Goodness, do we need a turnover?
Sure do. Now the problem, Mike, with this Del Reese Williams situation, he did it in 9 games. Dudek, guess what? They played a week 0 game.
Right.
So now do we start putting asterisks in the record?
No,
book?
because playoff games count, so why wouldn't that? Highlands hasn't created a turnover since they did it against Newcastle.
Timeout. They're just going to time out for water, looks like.
Is it a water break? We'll take one. 9:15 to go, 4th quarter. Mars 14, Highlands 8. Timeout. We'll be right back. Sam Albert trying to exhort the crowd. Highlands hasn't created a turnover in 2 games. Marcus Hooker fumbled as Newcastle was going in for an apparent closing touchdown in the 3rd quarter 2 weeks ago.
Looked like we had one a couple plays ago here, Mike.
Johnson, there's another loose one.
How about this time? Who's
caught him down again?
Wow, this is unbelievable.
I think he was down that time.
Hilliard, Timmons on a stop, but boy, oh boy.
The lower half
Now
of his body looked like it was down, but
we've gone for no whistle.
one's coming. I'm telling you, one's coming. There's no way one's not coming here.
So is Christmas coming, Mike, but we got to get it here before 8 minutes and 51 seconds. Big 3rd down play, though, for the Golden Rams here. Other than those couple of plays, those long runs, they've done a good job. Isaiah Johnson, 98-yard touchdown.
Milking the clock. They ran the last 6.5 minutes off last week.
Yep, no rush to get it in play.
Chismar in motion.
He'll bring it to the play. There he is.
And here it is. Right.
This time we got it.
I told you one was coming.
Playmaker.
I told you one was coming. Let's see.
The playmaker was down there. They got to give him the ball.
Christ got the ball. What's the discussion? Highlands ball.
Yep.
And they got Noah Wright again. Forced the fumble.
Looked like it was Freeman, Mike, on the sack. Ball rolled out. Him and Desort.
And finally, at the 40, there's the turnover.
There's the turnover.
Told you.
You said it was coming.
I believe I had that.
8:22. Thank you, Mr. Tanner.
Well, and the point is that they kept trying to give us the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, one was going to count. Okay, you got to hit him on the first one here.
Let's go.
Quick change situation. Trips right.
At 56, Sienka looking back for a signal. Hands in the air.
First and 10 at the 47. Great field position.
Never a good
Here's
thing.
the snap. And it gives the Jet on the direct snap, and it's maybe a yard.
And that time, Mike, they were coming to Marcus Sienka's side, but he put his hands up before the play, like, what do I do? That is not a good feeling.
It's never good.
Yeah. Seth Cohen comes limping off, Mike.
He is. Second and 9.
Had a golf match set up with him and his dad.
Oh, really?
Yes. Nothing's working out for me. Supposed to play on Sunday.
And Seth crumbles to the ground on the sideline, and Mike Rizzo over there to take a look.
Had a great time. So a place called Richwood, Mike. Rich Falter and I, another victory on the 18th hole.
Less than 8 to go. Trips left this time. Second and 8, or second and 9. 14-8 Planets. Timmons is back. Timmons throws to the far side. It's too tall for Seth Danusik. Covered by Tyler Kolakowski, and it's third down.
The problem with that one, Mike, is Braden stared at it for 10 seconds before he threw it.
Timmons 8 for 13, 76 yards. With 7:28 remaining, the clock is stopped with the incomplete pass. The Rams really need to turn this turnover into some
third
points.
and 9, and we're going to have a timeout, it looks like. Golden Rams, not how important this is. They want to get this one right, Mike.
Yeah, I guess so, but you really hate to waste that one right there in that situation, and you may be needing timeouts to get the ball back. And the question now is, let's talk about it. Is this 4-down situation? I think it might be.
7:28 to go, 14-8.
I think it might be. Sam Albert coming down there to get into the huddle. You see the Golden Rams huddled.
Good news, Mike, if we can knock it in, we're tied.
Yeah, and then you really have a decision to make, don't you? And now you really know if we're kicking extra points or not.
Yep. Mike, finishing up with Zach Dudek. He has a cousin, Taylor. He's a kicker at Leechburg. Only a sophomore. He's kicked a 30-yard and a 43-yard field goal. Want to guess who his kicking coach is?
John Boucher.
How about that?
How'd I do?
Yep. Self-taught kicking coach, John Boucher. Remember when his son Nick was here? Talk about a parent taking interest in a kid. John decided to learn how to teach kicking, and he's become a guru in the area.
Third down.
Big third down.
Now they come out of the huddle and they look confused, and they come right off the sideline. And the play clock's at 7 seconds.
They better get it moving.
Now the play clock's at 5. Timmons steps in there, drops back.
Here
they come.
Guy.
Timmons rolls out, fires to no one. He
yes.
caught by Price. Does he have it?
They
say yes. Unbelievable. Where did he come from?
He was hiding in the bushes down there, Mike. You didn't see him, did you?
He was a lonesome man. Hey, I've had that happen to me before.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Price seems to be banged up.
Boy, is he taking a beating tonight.
But he's moving the sticks.
It's 11 yards. It's first down Highlands. What an unbelievable catch that was. I didn't think he had a prayer.
Nope. He had his shoulders to us. You couldn't even see him over there.
First and 10 at the Mars 41. 7:18 to go. Boy, you're really getting the feeling that this drive's do or die, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Martinka gets the snap.
Here he is.
Martinka breaks through there. 30. Martinka all the way to the 26-yard line. First down.
15-yard pickup for Martinka. He's got 59. And we have another
Dom is down, I think. Is it Dom?
Yep,
it is. It looks like it could be
definitely
a cramping type situation. While they tend to Dom, we'll take a timeout. 7:12 to go. 14-8 Mars. Rams on the move. We'll be right back.
Jermaine Jett takes Martinka's place. Hopefully it's just cramp, Mike. Yeah, hopefully.
7:05 to go. Clock running. After that 14-yard gain, it's first down Highlands on the Mars 27, trailing 14-8. Rams moving into whatever breeze there is. It's Jet. Cuts it. Chismar got him and brought him down nicely at the 26-yard line.
Couldn't break that tackle, Mike. Gives him 2 on that play. That gives him 9 rushes, 99 yards, Mike. He's averaging 11 yards a carry.
He's having a Barry Sanders night. He had 80 of them on one play. Second and 10. Next call, no game. We're feeling the wind whip around in the booth, but you look at the flag, it's straight down. It's not moving at all. It's been that way.
That's the fan you turned on behind us. I thought the same thing. Yeah.
Martinka slips. They're trying to fight the ball off him. Did they? Did Johnson get the ball off him? He did.
Late flag, Mike.
I think John Jackson took the ball off Martinka. Let's see.
I think he has a face mask, I hope.
So we'll see. The flag is down. They haven't made a signal on possession, and then they have to make a decision on the flag. It's a hold against Highlands, and Mars is going to get the ball. That's what I see. Let's see.
I hope you're wrong.
Holding against Highlands. Decline. Mars gets the ball. Yep. There you go. The fumble is recovered. Jackson just took it right off him.
Why can't you be wrong once in a while, huh? Jeez,
Jackson, 76.
Well, here we go, Mike.
And the problem now is you've turned the momentum back to them, and you only have one timeout left, and there's 6:09 to go. Last week, same situation for Mars. They took the ball with 6.5 minutes to go, never gave it back, and took 3 knees at the end.
Don't tell me you're projecting that this time. How about another turn? Can you say that for us?
Why don't we have one of those?
There you go.
Right, the turn and the give, and here comes Isaiah Johnson into the secondary, and he gets to the 40-yard line. Martinka in there to get him.
Along with Dessort.
It's a 9-yard gain.
Yep. Got to stop, Mike, get that ball back, and that's not a good start. 2nd and 1.
Oh, but it is a first down.
Oh, they get 10 now.
They moved them.
That might be a good thing.
Yeah, in the long run. 5:40, clock winding, 4th quarter. Right, the toss to Johnson. Johnson tries to skip through there, and he gets a couple.
That's when he scored a touchdown. Mike.
Up to the 42-yard line, and Lonnie Long was there.
Martinka.
What a tough, hard-fought game this has been. There are going to be some tired boys after this one.
Yeah. No JV game tomorrow, Mike. So many injuries this week.
It's going to cool off. It's going to be a little cooler for our trip down to Gallatin next week. You get your passport ready for the trip?
We'll get it stamped in West Virginia.
2nd and 8. And the give is to Rinke. Rinke is hit by Cameron Clark and thrown down at the 45-yard line.
Brings up another big 3rd down, Mike.
I can't exactly promise how quickly we'll have next week's game up on YouTube because we need to get back in the country first.
Yep.
3rd and 5. But we will beat TV. We will have it there before television. That is our pledge. 4:20 to go. This is a big one right now.
Yes, sir.
And I even say that if Highlands stops him here, I think I call timeout. Use it.
4:11 to go.
The turn to give us to Johnson. Johnson is hit.
McIntyre back
down
there.
He goes.
Yep. McIntyre and Martinka and Lonnie Long.
So it's 4th down. Do we have a punt block?
I would think, hopefully.
Do we have one in?
Yep, let's get one.
And Caleb Brake is back to kick it. Dom Martinka back to get it. 3:35 to go, 4th quarter.
And he has no rush to punt this ball.
Well, he shouldn't. He should wait till it gets down to 1 second. That's why I really think Highlands should have called timeout right there.
Wouldn't have been a bad idea.
They'd have had 4 minutes. It took them a good 20 seconds to spot the ball.
He might even let this go all the way down. Nope.
Highlands jumped offside. Boy, they get a break there. Goodness.
That would have been a
punt
first
by
down.
break. Yes, it would have.
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way,
Get out
which
of the
also
way.
means time's going to wind. Goodness. There were a million things that happened there. Tom said that they tried to draw Highlands off, and it's probably a good job by the refs not throwing anything.
All right, Mike, let's go. 3:09 to go. We need a drive.
1st and 78.
That's what it comes down to. Field goal doesn't help us here.
It does not. Double sidecar. Sportelli, Martinka. No, it was going to be the jump pass by Timmons. Now he's going to run it to the left. 20, 25, and out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. That was going to be. He ran into the line. He was going to throw it. But he didn't have anybody to throw it to. He gets 7 yards and the clock stops.
It's important we stop that clock, Mike.
3:01 to go. 14-8 Mars.
Highlands has 2 timeouts. And again, big homecoming crowd here tonight.
Three to the left.
Let's send him home happy, Mike.
This is Jet. Powers through there.
First down.
Moves the chains. First down to the 35-yard line. The clock will stop to move the sticks. 10 first downs for Highlands. It's a 6-yard gain.
Jet now 10 rushes, 103 yards, Mike.
Okay.
100 yards is a guarantee us a win, remember?
This is when, yeah, it used to. This is one of those where if you have nice slow chains, guys, that you can actually save the home team some time. Timmons, short drop, fires over to Kreis, pulls it in at the 35, makes a man miss up over the 40, grabbing at the face mask as he gets to the 45-yard line.
We're going to wait. We're going to mark this, Mike.
Is it a first down? Let's see.
If anything,
it is.
Yep, they're going to discuss.
Clock stops to move the chains. 2:36 to go.
Timmons now 90 yards through the air.
4 catches for Kreis. Jet.
Nothing doing that time,
Boys, he
Mike.
hit hard. Hit hard and thrown down by Miles Barron.
Get back into the huddle, guys. You
got to go fast here.
Yep. Come on, guys. 2:18 to go.
The gain is of 2.
And they're bringing all the wide receivers back to the huddle, Mike. What are we doing?
2 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Highlands on the Mars 47, trailing by 6. Need a touchdown. The snap is to Jet. Jet cuts it,
back.
does a nice run, and down across the 50 and down to the 46. Anthony Grieco, junior linebacker, in there to make the stop.
3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
We got to go.
1:35. Snap the Jet again.
Wow, the
Jet
Timmons
turns the
blocked.
corner.
He buckled
He gets
somebody.
the first down to the 41-yard line. Again, the Rams have a timeout left. Whenever they want to take one, maybe to rest their own guys, but if they see the Mars players dragging.
And Mike Timmons just went in there and buckled that linebacker that time.
Jet up to 118 on the ground. 1st and 10 at 125. Again, direct snap to Jet. Jet powers it through and down to the Mars 34.
126 yards now on 14 carries. Question is, Mike, 1:08 to go. How
They're
long
okay.
can we
I
do
think
this?
they're okay with time at this point. Minute to go. 2nd and 3.
You got to throw at some point.
Timmons getting this one. Timmons is back to the near side to Kreis. Wide
He's gotta
receiver
get out of
screen.
bounds.
Kreis
He does.
gets out of bounds, and he
Did
might
make
have the first down.
Let's see what they're going to mark it. Yep.
Oh, it's short.
How important is that?
A half a yard.
They stop the clock? Yes.
Yeah, he was out of bounds. 5 catches for Christ. Okay, now at 51 seconds, again you have a timeout, so you get the first down. Maybe then you call timeout and set up what you're going to do after that. Well, I'd put Timmons under center and just take the first down, but they're not.
Martink in there.
3rd and 1. Martinkus Sportelli. Timmons follows Sportelli and gets the first down. Spins inside the 30 to the Mars 27-yard line.
Reset the clock. Reset the chains. Wow, they gave a terrible spot, Mike. They pulled it back 2 yards. Now again, there's our boys taking their good old time. They're telling them to wind the clock. That's not right.
Yeah, what are you doing that for? The stick is exactly.
You got to let the chain set. The referee has to let the chain set. No, he wasn't.
So they're going to put it at the 28. That's where the Rams will start.
Yeah. Well, no, Mike, he spiked it. Because they, again, started the clock too early.
So now the officials want to discuss something.
Yeah, they better get their act together over there.
Timmons spiked it. But the officials' discussion serves as a Highlands timeout, so we take it and thank them very much. It's really Scott Heinauer over there with a few thousand words for the officials.
Can we go on top, Mike, one time?
2nd down and 10. 45 seconds to go. Rams trying to pull this out at the end. Trips right. Sportelli and Martinka the setbacks, and Timmons in the middle. Lamer the center.
Seth Cohen out there.
Right back to Timmons. He's back. He fires. Diving catch! Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Pulled in beautifully by Seth Cohen.
That was Wayner, Mike. No, Wayner.
It was Wayner 81. I thought it was 14. 2nd and 1. They get 9. I formation. Timmons runs it ahead. Timmons first down at the 13-yard line.
All right, Mike. 13-yard line. Now you're going to spike it, right?
Or call timeout. So there's the spike. 30 seconds to go. The ball's at the 13. 2nd and 10.
These are things you practice, Mike.
Mars leading it 14-8. The playbook's open with 30 seconds. They've done a tremendous job managing the clock too.
Yep.
They really have. A lot of times everybody is always in the hurry. You know, we got to hurry, but. And like I always say, you only need 1 second for the last play.
I got to get the ball to the line of scrimmage, Mike.
5 seconds on the play clock. Rams got to use their timeout on a dead ball.
Oh, man.
They had to use the timeout on a dead ball situation because they ran out of time.
Would you have taken the 5 yards instead?
No, not in that situation. I would not have taken the penalty there.
But now, Mike.
Now you're going to have to throw. Yeah, you're going to probably have to throw.
Done it.
Throw it to the sidelines. 30 seconds left. The Rams are now out of timeouts. That's their last one.
And this is what I talk about situational football. You know, just like basketball, you have to know in advance, what are we doing here? And that is not a good place to take a timeout.
This is the 14th play of this drive that started at the Highlands 22-yard line. Now think about it this way. There's 30 seconds to go, so they've taken 2 minutes and 30 seconds to run 14 plays. It can be done. They've managed the clock beautifully here.
What do we have in the playbook to get to the end zone, Mike? That's the question. And you do 3 to the end zone.
I like the slant. I don't know who runs it now, but when Lineberg was here, that slant they ran down here in the playoff game.
Seth Cohen hobbling out there, Mike. That's not a good sign.
2nd and 10. The ball's at the 13-yard line. Rams trying to go in and tie the game, and then we'll see what happens. Timmons is back. Timmons steps up. He fires. It's caught. Out of bounds inside the 10 by Logan Christ. Goodness. What a family of athletes. Boy, can they jump. We have a Mars player down in the backfield, and that's
big number 76.
John Jackson, the great defensive end. He'd been chasing after the quarterback. Timmons stepped up around him that time, stepped into the pocket. Now the ball's at the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup.
Boy, Logan Price is taking a beating out there. Timmons now over 100 yards.
I have 115, but my stats are kind of messy. 73 for Christ on 6 carries. Okay, 3rd and 4 at the 7. I think if you ran it in, you'd go into the end zone here. They're not looking for a run right now. He might have gone into. Yeah, I'm serious. I think this can be a run because there is time.
They get the first down. Again, they have to reset the...
And if they don't get the first down, you have to have the next play. You can't spike it because it'll be 4th. So Tom wants end zone. Okay. There's no timeouts left. We'll take a timeout. They're tending to Johnson. 25 seconds to go. We'll be right back.
Johnson has to come out, Mike. He didn't want to come out, but he has to now. 3rd down, 3 to go. Ball at the 7-yard line. This is a drive for Highlands to keep their season alive here.
Wide side of the field to the left. Boy, Braden goes left. He's going to waltz in. I'm telling you, Timmons is hit, and now they're in trouble. They got to hurry up, and they can't spike the ball.
There was nothing to the left, Mike.
18 seconds. There was nobody over there.
They won't let him get up. Let's go.
4th and 4, 12 seconds. 11. This is it. 9 seconds. 8. Timmons gonna run it.
Nothing.
Timmons is hit.
There you go.
Pitches it
Run.
back to Christ.
Logan,
Christ turns a corner.
Right to that corner.
Christ
Right to that corner.
15,
Right to
the
that
10,
corner.
The 5 is out of bounds, and the game's over. The game is over. Mars has won. Christ is knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line, and the Rams fall 2 yards short.
Timmons shook up on a play. Chismar shook up on a play. What a play.
They almost got it done with some improvisation.
Well, Braden did the right thing in pitching the ball, Mike.
He pitched it to Christ. He tried to take it in. He got the first down, but the clock ran to zeros. The Rams ran it on 3rd. They left themselves no time with no timeouts. And Mars holds on, and I mean holds on, for a 14-8 exciting victory at Golden Rams Stadium.
Well, the good news, he made the first down. The bad news, he ain't got to the 2-yard line. Like, just a tough loss. Been a tough year, and just keeps getting tougher now, Mike. 1-3 in conference. Heading to Albert Gallatin. Boy, that game for you, like you said, Channel 190 next Tuesday night. But boy, this one hurts.
It does. Well, let's wrap it up. Thanks to everybody here in the booth. Thanks to Boom Boom Ken Wood for all their help. Once again, that final score here tonight: the Mars Planets 14 and the Highlands Golden Rams 8. For the Dean, Mike Choma.